game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to look at it first. I don't know if it's the format you wanted. We'll just try it out this week. So,
No, all of it, that's all good. That's all good. Good, good,
all
good.
right.
So yeah, so this is we ain't getting on that roof podcast. We have Tavarus Riley, or TJ as he's got there. He's the owner of A Superior Contracting. And man, I'm trying to think. We met because I know one of my clients had some work, Mrs. Goolsby, right?
Right, right. We met almost probably 4 years, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. And what tell us about that when you remember it?
I remember it. I remember it. That was a situation where when I say you are an amazing person, Abahi, um, from the first day I met you, I knew that you had a good heart. Um, the family was Jehovah's Witness. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. They had some issues, and not to say that certain people just they live a certain way. You can't judge a book by its cover. These people are amazing people, and they still are. Um, but I met you because they were having issues with getting covered.
Right, right. And you did the pack out for that. Remember, or you were working on that. They had a lot of stuff. Remember, that's all I remember you kept saying, boy, they had
Right.
a lot of stuff. I
They
mean,
had a
a
ton
lot
of
of stuff. Because
yeah.
it's one of those houses where the grandkids and the kids all put their stuff into mom's house.
It's the mom's house. Yeah.
And it just got wrecked and
Right.
destroyed. But they wanted the roof done. You guys did the roof on that one?
We did the roof on it. We did the mold remediation. We did the water. We did the reconstruction.
Okay, cool. And how long you been in business too, by the way?
I've
Tell
been in the restoration industry 20 come May of this coming up 2024. I've been in the industry 27 years.
that's what's up.
Wow.
And go ahead.
No, I just said wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, so Tavares, we have also too. So my channel is geared towards people who want to be claims adjusters,
Okay.
who want to work in the insurance industry, and they're looking for that opportunity. Which one way I tell people, I got started as a roofer. That was one of my best ways. But you don't have to work for the insurance companies, right, to work claims. Tell us about some of the toughest claims you've been working with lately, and how the insurance companies have been, good or bad on those claims.
Well, we kind of got back into in communicating the other week, and I was actually talking to. I had a claim, a State Farm claim. Got a call from the agent. The agent said, "Hey, I need your help. I have a client that have an issue. I need for you to go out there, take a look at it, do your assessment, and get back with me." So I said, "Okay, not a problem." Name is Melvin McCray. He used to be a State Farm agent, but now he's a Country Financial agent, and he's one of those guys that I truly call him my brother. It was one of his clients. They had State Farm, but they are actually switching over to Country Financial. We get out there, water damage happened in the back of the shower, legit claim, water spraying out, coming from the back of it, but there's drywall that's preventing it from actually coming down. So the water is actually going into the master bedroom, the garage, and the bathroom that it's in, going underneath the tub, all over the floor, vanity damage and everything. Meet the young adjuster. She comes out. I thought we hit it off very well. Well, we put the equipment in there. We did the mitt. We're talking about drying subfloor. We're drying joist. There was a little bit of mold, um, and we're drying drywall also. Well, the adjuster said, "Well, can you help me out a little bit?" I said, "Well, how can I help you?" I said, "Well, I'll send you our EXX file." So that means we have full control over the estimate. Now we have put an estimate together. Our estimate on the mint was 9,000. Nothing different about what we do. We had, I think we had 5 or 6 air movers, 2 dehumidifiers, 1 air scrubber. It went at the drying chart. I think we had about 5 days of drying. We're thinking that we're good. Send over the mint. We send over the reconstruction. How about the adjuster sends the estimate over to the homeowner
Mm-hmm.
minus $6,000 on our mint.
Mm, mm, mm.
On the reconstruction, it was minus 4,000. Our recon was a little over 10K, but that's drywall, paint, flooring, removing contents, painting the whole entire garage, fixing the whole entire garage ceiling, bathroom floor.
Mm.
Vanity is damaged. She saw that it's damaged. We have all the pictures. She minus the vanity out of the reconstruction estimate.
Mm.
She put our mitigation and our reconstruction all together and lumped it in one estimate and made it $8,000 total for the entire claim. The
Whoa.
homeowner had a $1,500 deductible. They paid it, not a problem. She depreciated it about 2 grand. So we had literally 4,000 and some dollars to work with
Mm, mm,
to
mm.
put this home back together.
Why do you think they? Why do you think they do that?
Well, in this industry, in the business, it's all about how we can save a dollar, how we
Mhm.
can help the entity, the business save money. The adjusters don't get the money. They're paid a certain amount, and if they keep cutting cost on our side or their side, they are getting what I've heard. They're getting incentives. um, Adjusters that have been there, just say 13, 14 years, some of those adjusters are making 6 figures, but they had to do a whole lot to get that. But the ones that are coming in, they're probably giving them around 45 to 50K, 60K. And they're teaching them not to pay out claims. And it's not right. It's not
How
right at
was
all.
the homeowners feeling about that when they saw that estimate?
Well, this particular homeowner, she's kind of, a lot of people don't want to be defiant. They don't want to cause trouble or they don't want to raise red flags. So her thought process was, well, I just want to get it behind me. I don't want to worry about it. And I told her that that's not the mindset that you should have when we're talking
Mhm.
about the most expensive purchase that you will ever make in your life is a home, a property.
Mhm. Yeah.
And when you have the insurance company that you have been with for 10 plus years and you have a claim and they're trying to figure out a way how not to pay certain items in the claim, it's not right. But
Mhm.
I have reached out to her so that I can get Abahi involved because we literally lost funds. I lost that the funds that was sent to us for the mitigation that paid our gas, it paid my tax, and it paid a little bit of something else. That was it. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't make a profit because she took 70% of our profit away, and everything that we've done was it was all there. Pictures, psychometric drying chart, photo, every single thing, and come to find out. Well, it was kind of ironic. We had another claim that came in, not referred by anyone. The homeowner called us. The homeowner dishwasher failed.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who is the adjuster on that claim?
The same one.
The same adjuster that shut me down, that cut my cost on the other one. I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned it to her. And I was kind of in the wrong because we wasn't there for that. We was there for we was there for um, we was there for another a total different claim, and I wasn't. It wasn't the claim that I was on. So I was kind of unprofessional about it, but I'm upset about it
Yeah.
because you took money from us. You took money from the company. Work has been done, and so on this particular claim, the dishwasher failed. Nothing else happened. The dishwasher failed. The homeowner mentioned that my granddaughter said that water was in the sink also. That could be something where the dishwasher was running at the point of the drainage part of the dishwasher draining, the water draining. It could have had a soft blockage and the water couldn't go. And so it came back up through the
Mhm.
sink and it actually come out through the door part of the dishwasher. The adjuster said, we need a plumber's report.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, well, we can't move forward until we get the plumber's report. And I told her, well, Miss Smallwood, let's go ahead and get a plumber's report. They're, on the other hand, they're kind of in the position where they're thinking that they're being interrogated.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's how she felt, that they were being interrogated by the insurance adjuster. And when these adjusters come to these homeowners' home, they literally act like they are that they run the show, and that
Right.
they are and that their home is in the adjuster's hand. That's how homeowners feel, and it is, because if that adjuster say no, it's not covered, the homeowner say, okay, well, I give up. They
And
literally
I
throw
used
in the
to work
towel.
with State Farm, and if you told a homeowner like, "Yeah, this isn't going to be covered," they thank you for being so nice. They thank you for coming out, and there would be times when I have the State Farm shirt on, when I want to tell them you need to hire a public adjuster, but I can't because I'm wearing
Mhm.
the State Farm shirt. And I'll
Correct.
have some homeowners; they'll have 6 claim denials. And I'm like, and I'll tell them, hey, this claim is also denied. And just out of curiosity, you
Excuse me.
still gonna stay with State Farm? Well, yeah, I've
Right.
been with you for so long, or my friend is my agent, and
No.
people always make these excuses. And I think one of the
Right.
reasons why I was having you come on, because we were talking about Allstate, right? And
Yes.
I'm gonna share the screen here. We had these gross profit for Allstate, and I think you were reading this one to me. Allstate gross profit for the quarter ending in September. So this is 3 months. Quarter is 3 months, right, y'all? So
Right.
Yep.
this
Right.
is ending September 30th was 3.99 billion. So basically $4 billion, which was a 38% increase. Why? Because they're finding more and more ways to pay less and less. Some people's policies don't even allow them to pay out what should be paid out, especially on the roofing claim, right?
Correct. Correct.
I had one homeowner, somebody knocked on her door and they said, okay, well, we will help you get the roof. And Allstate came out, approved the roof. It's a $14,000 roof. Well, her policy said Allstate is only responsible for 60%, and I mean for 40%, and then she had a $4,500 deductible. She ended
Wow.
up getting $1,400 for a
and
$14,000.
and that's and see, that's how they structured it. They actually went behind the curtains. State Farm actually went behind the curtains, and they found a way to make sure, say, hey, we're going to cover something, but we're only covering 60%, but your deductible is high, so we're going to throw that in there. Once we throw that in there, it's going to offset. So now we only have to give her $1,400, and now it's on her. So
Right.
now we're going to tell her that if she doesn't get her roof done, if she doesn't get a new roof put on, they're going to drop her. But she's given them probably $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 over the 15, 20 years that she's been with them.
Sad.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I see it daily, guys, ladies. I see it daily. Abahi and I was talking earlier. I offer a guarantee, a warranty on the prevention of microbial growth and the prevention of rot. The reason I do that is the system that we are part of. We are certified applicators of a system, and in order to offer that warranty, there has to be certain rules and guidelines in order for that to be in place. There's reading involved. There's when you take photos, you have to make sure that there's no rot. You have to make sure that There's no moisture intrusion problems like that. And so I try to educate homeowners about how to maintain their property. Don't just see something and you see the water dripping and then you tell your husband about it and he doesn't fix it. Those things the insurance company loves because
Mm-hmm.
even though it's something that it may sound small, they make it larger than what it really is. And so when the homeowner really, sometimes they may not see that leak. And when they come out, most adjusters already have their mind made up when they see the claim. Once they hear the phone call from dispatch and say, hey, this is this claim, they automatically puts it in their head that we're not going to honor it. We're going to deny it. So now the homeowner is trying to figure out how they can finagle or how they can word things to try to get it covered when they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to. It should be cut and dry. We know that if it's long term, it's not covered. But if it's sudden lost, sometimes that may not be covered. When you really look at it across the board, if every adjuster go out and they do their due diligence on making it right and trying to find area where they can get it covered, they won't.
Right.
Very
And that's what they
few.
look for. In fact, I got a claim right now. He said that it was the reason why there was damage in the home is that there is the floors were damaged, and he said the water came up over the threshold. I said that's interesting. Nobody ever reported a flood. Nobody, that would cause 3 inches off the threshold. I mean, you would need a good body of water. He said, well, the homeowner said that it's been there. They don't know nothing about water restoration or nothing. So they call the homeowner to use the homeowner against them on sales, and the
Right.
homeowners don't realize that everything that they're saying will be used against them
Against them.
and
Yep.
claim, right? So it's just unbearable, and they have the money, as we saw, to do it. $3.3 billion is a huge chunk of money.
And
Um,
that was I didn't mean to cut you off about here. That was on the news. I caught that on the news one day,
yeah,
one evening, that out of the years that I've been in this industry and in business, Allstate is one of the worst companies that I've ever worked for. Not worked for, but worked with on claims. They
mm,
treat their clients like crap. They don't
I
honor
agree.
anything. I've had a roof claim with them. The guy had, listen to me, ladies, he
uh-huh.
had 90 shingles that had blown off, 90. And they said, listen, we're going to send you the money so that you can replace each and every shingle. Don't you know they did not want to cover the whole entire roof?
Mm, mm,
90
mm.
shingles. The man roof looked like a zebra, a
Yeah,
giraffe. It was terrible because you got old shingles, new shingles, and they don't care about that. And then Georgia being a non-matching state, it makes
yeah.
it very, very hard to to break that barrier, to break that wall. And they're constantly. That's how that 3.9 $8 billion came in effect. That's how they won. That's how they got that because in 2021, remember they started saying that they was not honoring any more new roof. They was only doing repairs.
And that's what they go on. At State Farm, when I worked Hurricane Ida, they were telling us the same thing. We are not going to pay for any roofs. We don't care how bad and beat up the roof is. And you talk about the news. Someone sent me this. I think this come out about 5 months ago.
Okay.
Lester Holt from NBC News shared with adjusters who, when the hurricane would come and hit the house, they would pay for total loss, $400,000. Then when the homeowner got the check, it would be down to 4 grand.
Mm.
Literally just $4,000. So it's a matter of, what would you say a homeowner or contractors and public adjusters, Tavarus, what can we do to help fight back against the peril of just, being under the thumb of the insurance company?
Well, the first thing we have to do is doing what we're doing now. Is we have a voice now with podcasts,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
you can speak about it. and won't get prosecuted for it.
Yep.
Right.
Going to the insurance commissioners, that doesn't help because the insurance commissioner is in cahoots with the owners of
Mhm.
Allstate and State Farm and all these
Yep.
other guys. So everybody's getting money. So it's things that we're doing now. The best thing to do is we continue to educate the homeowners.
Yep.
Continue to
Agreed.
educate the homeowners. Um,
Hmm.
you ladies, you keep hitting the ground running, and you just give them facts.
Yep.
You give them facts, then they don't have no other way to believe other than getting facts.
I'm so glad you said that because with me, I'm a homeowner in Virginia, and our homeowners insurance was with Hippo. And what they did, they decide to reduce the benefits, but go up on the cost to have a minimum amount of benefits. So now we're researching to see which insurance company will work best for us. And a lot of homeowners don't realize they think they have to stay with that insurance company
Right.
because they feel like they owe them. I said, they don't
Right.
owe you anything.
No,
You don't owe
exactly.
them anything. They ain't not doing a darn thing for you.
And
Right.
listen, here in Atlanta, it's kind of funny. We get a lot of good information from certain people, and they literally let you know that when it's open enrollment, when those people calling, it's all about getting the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the ones who don't get the deal because we forget. I was talking to about here earlier today. Allstate called me. They want us to come and join them on our transportation out on our vehicles. And so I told the agent, I said, why would I come over to a company that doesn't love me? Why do I come over to somewhere where I'm not? If I have an accident or something, they're not going to cover it. They may give me
Mm-hmm.
some dry grass. Um, so I told her, in order for me to come and be a part of you, you got to give me something. What's in it for me?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know.
And this here saying that about 600 IDA claims were closed with payment, while more than 311,000 were closed without payment.
Yes,
Wow.
Wow.
300. That's a third.
that's
Nine.
probably more than a third.
Well, I mean, if you total them up out of all the claims, yeah, but they only paying three. They paid 600 of them, but 311,000 homeowners. That's bigger than some cities,
Yes, yes.
right? That they're coming. And I thought you might say that a real good way is also getting experience too,
Yeah. Well,
because
yeah. Yes. Knowledge.
like a contractor or like let's say an adjuster, a lot of them, especially on the wind claim, don't know a sewer pump or a sump pump from a water heater. It's just I've
You're right.
seen it.
You're right.
And so the adjusters that you're dealing with, all they do is say, okay, I'll take it to management. That's all they have
Mm.
as they shield. And I say, well, what am I talking to you for if you got to defend management decisions when you understood that this is what needed to be paid,
Correct.
but the people wasn't even on the scene are telling you and dictating to you what should be done. Like, how does that work? How come somebody who didn't see it gets over somebody who was there and who
Okay.
did see it,
Okay.
right?
This past winter, we had a real bad winter here in Atlanta. It got really cold. Pipes was breaking and bursting everywhere.
Yep.
Okay. Why are the insurance companies sending out all of your information to third parties, and the third parties are actually approving your estimate or telling you to take things out? I think this past year they took about maybe $20,000 from us on some of these claims that we had. We didn't get a lot of them. I wish we could have, but we didn't. I think we probably, this is no lie, ladies, I think we end up getting 10 claims out of all of this water pipe bursting here in Atlanta. We got 10, maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
There were companies getting 50. There were
Eight.
so there were so many companies. They was calling us and saying, "Oh, well, we haven't. The ones that I did get, oh, we can't get someone here." I said, "Ma'am, I've been waiting on a phone call." So I go there. We take care of them. We dry them out. The demo was done in a day. There were Service Master, ServPro, all these other companies that was so backlogged. That's because their people who they love and they send all the work to, they send them so much volume of work they couldn't get to it. So how does that make them feel? But then little small business, small companies like us that can handle volume, that can help out, they don't want that because they
Right.
Right.
continue to send it to the people who they are telling what they're going to give them. Get what
Exactly.
I'm
Like I
saying?
got one that's Stanley Steamer right now. They drill holes into the wall to dry it versus just cutting doing the 2 foot cut.
Okay,
You're gonna
listen
do
at
the
this.
wall anyway.
All right, listen at this, ladies. And this is my big thing about, that's why I talk about the warranty and giving a guarantee. Okay, how wide is a 2x4?
4 inches.
Okay, well, it's 2 inches,
Oh, 2 inches
two by
thick.
four, so 2 inches,
Yes.
okay, on the floor. So it's the steel plate sits on the floor like
Yeah.
this, sits on the floor.
Right.
So you got 2 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got this stud on the floor, then you got drywall that's up against it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in order to get that cavity dry, you're gonna have to cut a hole above the 2x4.
Right.
Okay, ladies, how can you dry the drywall between the 2x4 and the drywall? You can't. I've been a technician long time ago. Once you do that and you dry it in place, when they cut that hole, if there's insulation in that wall cavity, if it's an exterior wall, guess what? The drywall, the insulation is wet.
Right. And it's
So
got to come out.
okay, so now that little 2 inch that we have where the drywall is, if you ever go back to that same house after it's all put back together and you remove some drywall, you're gonna see mold
Yeah.
right there at the 2x4 area.
Yep.
You gotta
Yep.
remove it. All these things talking about you don't remove it. No, it's you have to be removed because you can't force air in between it and the air is not getting to it. So now you got a homeowner that have gotten that work done like that,
Mm-hmm.
but then now they close it back up, make it look pretty.
Mm,
But
mm,
then when they turn the air conditioner on, you got mold that's floating
blowing.
up through the house and through the walls and things because they did not remove the drywall.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's
The homeowner's
that's
not going to notice.
that exactly. So therefore, you have to remove the drywall. It's either 2 foot or 4 foot cut. If the water has wicked up more than 8 inches, then you do a 2 foot cut. If there's something else that's going on, if it's a cat 2 or 3 and there's water from over here, then you would do more.
Yeah.
But that's what they're teaching them. They're teaching them to not do certain things, cut portholes and all this and that stuff. That's not how you properly take care of that client home.
So they
Remove
don't
that
want to
drywall.
pay. They don't want to pay for it. So that's why they do it.
That's
And
why
if
Yeah.
they
the
do it
homeowner is
because
not
they
aware
don't want
of
to
it
pay
before
it.
they close it up, then they're going to be, oh man, I got issues. And then eventually they're going to have a health issue.
Exactly.
Exactly. So listen, on that note, we have to get going. We appreciate you coming out, Tavarus. I just want to be able to ask you if I know you already have a team of people, but if anybody is watching this and they're interested in getting into the claims business, do you have a way to bring on newbies or people who are just starting out?
Well, typically my estimators in house. Um, if you want to, get into this industry, find find something that you really, really love because this is a passion of mine. I love the industry. I love what I
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
If you're looking for it to make money, then it may not be for you because this business it's a tough business. It's a tough industry.
Mhm.
But if you love helping people, that's the
Mhm.
main thing. If you love helping people, contact me. Uh, about here, you can forward my information or put my information up. Sometime
Okay.
I do have openings where we are looking for project managers. We're looking for estimators.
Okay.
Just contact us and see exactly where we are
Yeah.
because we're always
Estimators
looking
are
to
a big
build.
one. They're rare. Every contractor, even us adjusters, don't we, Kay? We always looking for estimators. We got one guy between like six of us that we're using, and he's behind. He gets behind. Like
He
if he
gets
go on
behind, right?
vacation, Yeah, if he goes on vacation, I'm a week behind. So yeah, estimators are a true rare breed, especially a good one that can be local and go to the project
Right.
site, know exactly what to do, and you can know that their estimate is going to be good. So
Right.
I got a
appreciate.
question for you, TJ. Have you ever thought about teaching any classes or courses? Because you are really good with your
Well,
information.
I'm going to tell you a real story. Me coming from Mississippi, I kind of I went to college 1 year, and I really wanted to do something else. I didn't want to do this, but when I came to Georgia, my best friend in Mississippi, his father used to do fire cleanup and water damages and mold,
Okay.
and I had a backup plan when I came here. I said, well, I can't do this, then I got something to do. I started cleaning carpet. From carpet cleaning, the company that I work for, a guy by the name of Mark Cornelius. When I tell you this guy is awesome, right now he has his own training class. He actually teaches the course of water damage, fire, and mold.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, cool. Wait,
there's a
Mark
lot
Cornelius?
that Mark Cornelius,
Yeah, I think I took his class
he is
actually.
amazing. He's a
He got a
33rd.
him and his wife Danielle, I think.
His wife's name is Shelly.
Shelly. Oh, okay, okay. But
And
I've
see,
heard that name, Mark Cornelius.
okay, and then there's another guy by the name of Bruce DeLoach. Bruce
Okay.
DeLoach have been into the industry. He works for a company called it used to be called Truck Mounts, where everybody go and get their restoration trucks, the truck mounts where they vacuum in water or cleaning carpet or drying. He worked for a company doing that, and he actually has a big influence on me. I don't think I want to teach the class. I would like to continue to do what I'm doing and just help as many people as I can. I've helped 4 people get into business. They're doing better than me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but they're doing a little bit better than me. But my thing is, when we're talking to these homeowners, the system that I use, you gotta make it make sense.
Sure.
Make it make sense. If you got a home and if you got someone that's coming into your home and they telling you, hey, I'm going to dry it out and I'm going to put it back together, then the homeowners are looking and say, hey, I want to upgrade. That's what the industry about. I want to upgrade.
Yeah.
Me, I'm looking at what happened to your home and how can I make it safe so that when we do put it back together, that the insurance company hopefully gets on my bandwagon and say, hey, I want to use this company because they're giving my client a warranty.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as you ladies, you guys are PAs. If you want to be relevant, and you are relevant, make it make sense. Start telling the homeowners and your clients about how you can make their home safe. Because once the water damage happened, when the water damage happened, the homeowner freaks out.
Yeah.
After it's
Mm-hmm.
put back together, most of them are unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
know, you get what I'm saying? And they're
Yep.
unhappy about what? They don't know what they're unhappy about, but they're unhappy because they saying that the service wasn't impeccable, that it took too long, they didn't get any money back, or they had to pay their deductible. They're gonna come up with whatever excuse.
They getting not getting money back. I just told a CPA that he was representing the homeowner because she was mad at us because she's saying, well, she's not going to have enough money to do the job. I said, well, you asking for the upgrades that we don't provide. And yeah, they do get mad that I try to explain your policy just doesn't allow you to do that. And the CPA, and I looked at that brother, I said, don't you work in the financial industry? You asking me to help litigate a little extra cash in her pocket when the
Right.
goal is to
And
just put the
and,
house back
and
together.
see, and that's why I offer the warranty.
Yeah.
You give them the
Nice.
warranty and you let them know, hey, this 30-year warranty is to help you in your home because now your home is safe. You're not, if you ever have a water damage again, you're not going to get mold on your wood.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We're,
That
it'll
is
get on the
awesome.
drywall, but the wood is not going to rot. The
That's
wood is
good.
not going to mold. Now you
Mm-hmm.
got a safe home.
yeah. So that's awesome. And we would love to, have like Renee said, you're a great teacher. We love to have you meet more. We're gonna likely do a fast track where all of the southern PAs are gonna get together.
We
Um,
got to do this again with him.
Yeah, we're gonna do late February or
Renee, you're
early.
awesome. So Renee, you're in VA. You do
Yep.
Maryland, Illinois, DC, and Virginia.
Yep.
Okay.
And Kay is the one I told you she live out closer to the South Carolina border.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Jeffers,
Kay. So you do Georgia, Minnesota, Kentucky, and Virginia also.
West
Yeah.
Virginia.
West
Yeah.
Virginia. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. I know you're working with Ibahi right now. Have you ever worked with a PA before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Oh,
got a good friend of mine. He's a PA. My thing is, I used to back in the day. I used to frown on PAs, and then I said, man, one day I met this gentleman, and we were having some issues with a client, and I needed some help because they were busting my balls. And I called Steve. Steve said, we gonna fuck him up. Excuse
Okay.
my language. And I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. And Steve went in there, and when they signed that paperwork, it was a sigh of relief
Mm-hmm.
because I knew that these homeowners was going to get what they needed to get to put their home back together. It wasn't about anything else but making them right. And
Yeah.
Steve made them right. When he did that, it changed my whole perspective on a PA because
Mm-hmm.
we need you ladies. We need PAs because
Mm-hmm.
there are so many insurance companies. There's so many adjusters that are out there and they are not right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Yep.
not right. They'll go out there and see because this homeowner carpet is not clean, because the house is not tidy, they will eliminate the whole entire claim. So each time that you go out to your home, ladies, go out there, put your best foot forward, give the homeowners what they're supposed to get. You make your money, everybody's going to be happy.
Yep.
I'm just
Love
curious.
it.
Uh, why did you have your previous opinion about public adjusters?
Because with being coming up through Mark Cornelius, he always taught that you know if it is, it is. If it's a water damage, it's a water damage. If it's water, if it's mold, it's mold. If it's a fire, it's fire. And you just can't. It was almost like we was arguing with the insurance company. So once I understood what a PA does, I fell in love with it because I said this is something that a lot of people don't get a chance to even look into.
Right.
There's some homeowners like we had today. There were some homeowners that quit. They'll say, "Oh, don't worry about it." And guess what happens, ladies? When a homeowner quits on trying to get something covered, the problem never gets solved. The
Mm-hmm.
house keeps getting bad, worse,
And
bad,
worse.
worse. It
Yep.
gets worse and worse because it doesn't get fixed. And then now the homeowner saying, "Hey, I don't want to stay here no more." The
Yep.
house goes in foreclosure. It's so those things happen. That's why I love PAs now because we help each other.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
We help
We
each
do.
other.
Because we need you. We don't do the repairs. But I know
Right.
you have to go pick up your wife. So we don't just want to give you that time to do that. And I did. Yeah, Mark Cornelius taught my water restoration class.
Good guy, the
Uh,
best guy in
he
the
has
world.
a facility up in Marietta. And
Yep.
I took my water restoration class with them. And yeah, he knew I was a PA. He was showing me. You think y'all they actually need a new filter every time they go to a new job? I'm like, listen, if the policy pay for it. So he was a nice guy. So we weren't debating it or anything, but he was trying to show me like, they we kind of overestimate. But I'm like, but y'all, the insurance can underestimate, but he does claims for Kennesaw State, large companies. I mean, he's a really huge,
I
uh,
I
uh,
have been I worked for Mark. I worked for Mark for 10 years. And when I
Wow.
tell you this guy knows every single thing. I can call that's how I got the knowledge. And a lot of times it's common sense. It's common sense. This industry is common sense. All these little gadgets and stuff, all these thermal hygrometers and all these moisture reading. Man, listen, if it's wet,
It's
it's
wet.
wet. When you go to dry it, you go back and dry it. It's gonna dry.
I love it.
absolutely.
So you have
Thank
to
you
use
so
common sense.
much.
You have
Thank
to
you
come.
so much for coming on. Like Renee said, we're gonna have to have you back because I know
Yep.
people are going not only want to work from you, but they're gonna want to learn from you too.
Yep.
So we
Well,
will end this.
definitely.
Go ahead.
I'll wait for the next time.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
absolutely.
TJ.
You're welcome, lady.
Thank
Okay.
you.